Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boston by Night. As we are joined first of all, in a darkened alleyway that seems to creep down. Precipitation gleams along, the condensation gleams off the metal walls. The camera seems to follow along as it zooms along the busy street, as the slow clinkling of a pipe opens, and the rush of cold air seems to let it breathe as rain tickles down ever so slightly. It's not heavy, it's more drizzle. But as the camera pans into the dark, one face is there as it slithers out and looks into the night sky. But that's not exactly where we're going this evening. No. We are going to the house, little Georgian house, in a more nicer area than this side of Boston. Yes, a far more nicer side. For when Alice Brigham wakes up, she wakes up again in luxury, a nice bed, comfortable. Not I wouldn't say silk, but close enough. Everything feels nice. Everything feels warm. When you eventually awaken, you see that your paramour, or whatever you two like to deem it. Yes, Egyptian cotton is perfect. You notice he is, as per usual, he is always up before you. Always. You do notice that, you can see bits and pieces of his clothing, his leather jacket and stuff. You assume he maybe put on some pants, and there's some you can hear maybe a bit of activity downstairs, but as you kind of blink, 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 blink and look around, you realize it's the second day, and like you promised, you will go see Felix.
I gasp. He's not still up in the bed. At least he's moving. Alice will pull herself up out of the bed, perhaps noting that he's not there, primarily by the fact that it's just warm and comfortable. And it's not that she finds his coldness discomforting, but it's definitely not present at the moment. So yeah, she'll kind of pull herself up, rub her hair, kind of glance around. Does the autopilot glance at her phone, even though she's right there in his home? But we'll do that and begin the process of kind of lazily pulling herself out of the bed, finding her clothes. She does have to leave at some point, so she might as well be dressed. And yeah, we'll eventually bumble her way downstairs, phone in her pocket, earbuds also shoved in her pocket for the moment. Not connected, so she can hear if the phone goes off, but yeah, she'll bumble on down after lacing her boots up.
And you come downstairs, and you'll see in the corner by the kitchen, close to where that garden is, you will see Alec staring off into the distance. You see the lights, the puff of cigarette smoke is probably signatures that that's definitely him. He seems to be just looking out. Very lost, open stare in his face. From what you can see from the side profile of him, anyway.
She'll adopt a concerned little frown. He hasn't been himself, per se. So she'll just amble over. She's not making any effort to hide, her boot clumps. She's also not stomping unnecessarily, but she'll meander up and just go to, set her face against his shoulder.
You feel the ice pristine cold off him.
Yep, she'll kiss the freezing cold skin and take a glance up, see if he's stirred at all.
He reacts plainly to you touching him, but he doesn't turn his head. He kind of turns his head slightly. You do see the soft smile on his face because, you reckon it's probably because you're there.
Yep, she's just going to kidnap his whole entire arm. Just wraps her arms around it to be a weirdo. Hey.
Hey.
You're downstairs.
Yes, I am.
And you're quiet.
Yes, I am.
She just sets the cheek against the shoulder, relishing in that like ridiculous flush of cold. Frost like grows on her cheek. So what's different?
What do you mean?
Well, something's different.
It's just a funny time of year.
Is it?
Yes.
Kind of flicks
Nothing
a
for,
glance up.
nothing for you to worry about.
You're just really into Halloween? It's just a vaguely teasing smile. It's kind of passive digging.
She gives a small smirk. Oh yes, very.
No, it's the one night a year you're not accountable for your behavior, if only because you probably wear a mask and go tear around town on your bike.
Suppose yes. I suppose that's a way of looking at it. Yeah, it gives you another. Oh, I don't know. You wouldn't class as it's like it's not. I wouldn't say it's forced. It's more morose than forced. It's not like he's upset by what you're saying. It's just he seems distant, not because of you. You could definitely get that vibe.
She'll finally kind of nudge her way up under the arm, reaching up to play with his hair, pull some of it behind his ear. So what's wrong?
Maybe I'm like one of those people who get sad when the rain starts to fall.
Are you?
Maybe
It's not a yes.
it's not a no either.
It's not.
Sometimes you look out at the garden, you see each individual bit of water dance along. Sometimes the water that reminds you of many, many things that you lose and gain. Just depends on your perspective, I guess.
And she'll lean her head against his chest. If it makes you sad, why would you look at it?
Because it's beautiful. Just because it's sad does not take away from its beauty.
I guess not. She'll
You spent
study turn her head the same way as his, looking out at the
again
garden.
looks out at the rain. The roses seem to be almost tilting down, and some of the more light little drizzle. It's beautiful imagery. You could see why some people would think it's sad, and why others would think it's very refreshing.
And she finally, like, kind of slowly turns her head up, just kind of like look up the line of his chest at him.
Just staring out there. There's you can roll the perception empty, or you can roll your aspects too if you want to be funky.
I'll be funky.
Okay.
Why not? Might as well play with it. Oh god, remind me what the pool is.
Perception F empathy difficulty 8.
Oh boy. Where are my dice? There's my dice. Ugh. Ugh. Perception, empathy. This is not my strong pool. Can I activate aspects? Oh, it doesn't make a difference,
Doesn't.
does it?
Yeah.
Poop. Poop
Yep.
sticks.
How do we do?
Nothing, Phil.
You can't sense anything. You can roll again. It's just Yeah. You can't just sense anything at the minute.
She will activate the first and just take to studying his expression in the meantime, since apparently the rest is eluding her for the moment.
Smokes, you can, with your heightened senses, you can hear the crunch. The way the cigarette kind of burns a bit as it goes through the paper of the cigarette.
Yep. That the patter of the rain becomes a lot more pronounced.
Yeah.
The fact that he's only breathing, I imagine, to smoke the cigarette
Yeah.
is weirdly pronounced.
You get like everything is now far more heightened.
Jesus Christ, nothing. 3 1s. What the crap?
Is there any successes in that?
There is. It's not a botch. It's just a fail.
That would have been funny.
Catastrophic fail, but not a botch. No, she's just studying him, and I imagine between the two roles, pretty pronounced, like really studying him.
He'll look down at her eventually and smirk. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Funny time of year.
Why?
Seasons change. You spend your whole life in the fast powders and dancing around. You often lose yourself. Sometimes when you see the little things, it catches up to you quickly.
She'll reach up and give his cheek a pat, grinning. It's okay. You may have lost yourself, but I found you. So it's good. It all balances out.
Yes, I suppose it does.
I like to think so.
Yes. Just nods.
Guess it must be weird. Well, he turns a glance back out the window because, again, she hasn't been dead that long. So the weirdness of it, of watching seasons blatantly change, really hasn't stood out to her yet. This is just the rest of this year.
Often you remember all the little details you had before. And then in the end,
My phone is ringing. Give me 1 second.
okay.
Okay, that was weird. Sorry, please continue. That was.
It's often little details that make everything so much more exciting, tragic. In the end, you can replay things and watch as seasons pass by so many times. And in the end, it always comes back to the final moment before it all.
It's a nasty case of can't see the forest for the trees right now, huh?
Let's just take a drag. Something like that.
Oh, I'm finally gonna try again.
Do it.
Gonna try both. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna try so hard to pop that Auspex. God damn it. No.
It's a bitch to do. I sympathize. I'll let you do it one more time, just because I'm nice.
The Auspex or just P&EM?
You can P&E him. You can do the aspects if you want again.
I will again try the peony and let conversation ride a bit before I do the next one, just because it's fair. Oh, there you go. Peony finally popped
He is
with 5 successes.
5 success. Oh yeah, because you're Auspex. He's incredibly sad. Incredibly, there is a deep, deep sorrow there. You're not sure. Definitely sadness is the most prominent emotion. There's a very haunted look to his face.
She's gonna be a weirdo, and especially if he's looking more than just sorrowful, more than just depressed, kind of haunted by his thoughts. She's going to continue to kind of relax there against his chest and kind of let her eyes lose focus, looking for weird little shifting, weird little. She's looking for that shadow.
Roll me a perception awareness.
Oh well. That's one. Or
You
if
see
the aspects count,
the aspects does count.
then I see everything.
It's 2, 3. So, out in the garden, you do see a myriad of a dark shape. And the way the rain is done, there's a little mini kind of pool. And you see the shape wandering into the water. And it just replays that image, just wandering in, wandering out, wandering in, wandering out.
She's gonna watch it a couple times. Then flick a glance back up to him staring out the window to see if he's staring at the same point.
You're not quite sure if he sees it or not. I'm going to give you that for free, because since you got such a fucking good empathy roll last time. You don't know if he sees it. He just seems to be staring out at the rain. It's
So he
not
doesn't seem to necessarily be fixed on that particular point.
No.
Gonna chew on her lip thoughtfully for a hot second. How close is he to the back door that lets out into the garden?
Pretty close.
Then why don't we make something better to remember? She's gonna snag his hand and try to pull him around out the back door.
You look confused as you're pulling him to the back door.
Yeah. I mean, they're right at home. He can always change into something that's not soaking wet. So, yeah, she'll look to pull him right out into the rain, into the middle of all that
You do.
pretty glistening, the flowers drooping from the weight of the water. Pulls him out into it.
Do you do anything?
And she'll give him a smile. And, yeah, just as they, pull him out, even like backing along, taking him by the hand. She's then gonna.
Roll me your charisma expression, because this is very important.
Oh boy. Oh god. It's such a shit pool. Can I blow a willpower?
Mm-hmm. I'll let you.
What she'll be doing as I roll these dice and pray. Oh, thank God for that willpower.
1? Okay.
She's basically going to pull him out, and as I imagine, since the touch of frost and all, it means that as he strides along, especially if he's barefoot, he's going to be creating like frost on the ground.
There's some frost. There's actually some frost on the plants, even as well.
Yeah, she won't pull him too close to the actual flowers. She doesn't want to bite them with frost and have them dying back or anything. But once they're out in the rain, especially once she's drenched, she'll pull up to him and actually like set his hand on her shoulder and honestly just kind of enjoy the rain. It may be a little cool, but it's not like temperature matters to them. It's a lot like, she's treating it a lot like being out in that warm summer rain, and in fact kind of amusing herself with the fact that, if she sets his hand up on her shoulder, frost starts blossoming out across her soaked clothes, across her soaked skin, and it's gorgeous.
Okay. Give me a manipulation expression roll.
That is slightly better. Gonna end up pulling all my willpower trying to make my boo happy. What the fuck? May I spend again?
Sure, yeah, if you want to spend,
I do.
don't mind.
This is important to her. Oh god. Pushing everything that's wrong. Sadly, I don't think I get any negatives for it, but that's still 2 successes.
Okay. That, which means this. Okay. As you're kind of standing there in the myriad of the rain, you do notice out of the corner of your eye the shadow has not moved at all. It seems to stay where it is, dancing around, almost desperately wading into the water, lumbering, as if it's carrying something in and out. But then when you turn back, Alec has this fixated stare right into your eyes. You'd swear you'd almost lose yourself in just this stare that he does. The rain covers half his face. He touches your skin as if it's something lost to him. It's the way he moves. He doesn't cry. He doesn't do anything like that. It's just sadness, happiness, and then just this wonder that he's touching something that he's thought he had lost forever in his mind, just by that one gaze he gives you.
Do I need to roll to determine if he's recognizing that it's me?
I mean, you can interpret that he's recognizing it's you. It's a you can P&E, you can auspex, you can do whatever you like, Katie.
It's basically like he's given her a lot of looks. The question is he recognizing her as her, or is he seeing another face?
I'll put a perception MP on it, and then you can roll your auspex if you want, because
it makes more sense, really. It's just trying to read expression. Oh, hey, I got successes this time. Woo!
And your auspex?
No, just perception empathy.
2. Okay. That he definitely knows it's you, but it's almost like he's seeing you again for the very first time. That's the definite look you're getting, as if he has just met you and then unmet you and then re-met you again, but he still has all those memories and all just happens at once.
Yeah, she'll look up to him, smiling, letting him touch, the skin. Again, just, I mean, honestly, it is kind of an interesting, magical, and actually very pretty thing to watch the fact that his touch makes frost grow out over her skin.
You can roll me that auspex.
I can. I'll just cry and keep rolling it until it sticks. Hey! 2!
That means you can see it. His entire aura is silver.
Wait. I need to open my book. God damn it. Or see if I still have that fucking saved on my desktop. I had it at one point. Doesn't look like I still do. Crap. The faster I Google this. Where's silver? That's not what it is. I know that's wrong. Oh, there we go. And even now it's still silver?
Mm-hmm. It seems to actually intensify.
That she doesn't care that she's drenched. She doesn't care that part of her clothes and skin are touched with frost. She'll actually, reach up and, cupping his cheeks will try to draw him down so that she can rest forehead to forehead with him. Just pull him down, get him close. Doesn't matter. Again, like frost is going to explode across her arms, across her brow. Probably require her kind of to close her eyes as, it goes across even, her eyelids and whatnot. But she'll still pull him down and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're so sad. Why are you so sad?
There's like a long silence before he eventually says, I told you it's like the changing of seasons.
That's all?
Nothing for you to worry about.
Oh. It'd be hard pressed to keep me from worrying.
It is nothing you need to worry about, Alice. No need to import my sadness to yours.
And she'll pull back enough to like tilt her head up, then briefly kiss his brow. I have come crawling into your home sobbing before. You helped me. Told you. If you can handle my baggage, I can handle your baggage. It's only fair. This isn't one-sided. This isn't one way. And this isn't because it's convenient for me. And you don't have to tell me. But I'll still worry.
Let's see. I have to make 2 rolls. First is this. Okay. Does he? Okay. Then he finally looks at the pool of water. My wife murdered our children due to her illness. I found them there in the lake. The home we had built. I had built. Because I stepped away. She then killed herself. When I found that her wrists were open. It's their anniversary next week.
Oh. Oh, Alec. I'm sorry.
My children would be in their 30s now. Perhaps 40s. And I would be an old man.
And I guess it's kind of old hat to say. That falls on her and not on you.
It was my fault.
Couldn't possibly know she was going to do that.
The signs were there. I ignored them.
And if you'd been there and it had never happened, would you have still known that's what the signs were? Or did it not all fall into place until after?
I don't know. If I had been there, that wouldn't be this.
No? But saying that you could have stopped it once doesn't mean you could have stopped it altogether. She'll cup his cheeks again, thumbs kind of grazing over the cheekbones. And what ifs would probably kill us if we sat and thought about them too long. Especially about things we couldn't have possibly known about till they happened.
Yes. Well. In the end, I have to live there the rest of my life.
Did he say live with her for the rest of my life?
Yes, he did.
The tiny, it's an almost imperceptible little squint.
Live with the memory of her.
If I turn a bit to where it's again right in that peripheral, looking for that flicker, can I still see the figure?
Yes, but it looks eerily like Alec, stumbling in and out of that water.
And it's just a big puddle on the ground, right? It's not even deep, is it?
Yep, it's not even deep.
She's gonna finally start kind of carefully just disengaging to start in that direction because the territorial bristle is starting to go.
And you stare in that direction, and it literally feels like it looks like Alex, someone wading out of the water, holding a great weight. It's almost as if he's collapsing down onto the ground.
She's gonna step into it.
You do, and it passes through you. It's a weird sensation. You just feel this very loose, dead feeling as you go through it.
She's much like she did before, kind of trying to sync up with it again. She's done it before. She's done it on purpose before, sort of. She's trying to do it again.
Okay, let's see how well you do it.
I don't remember if it was a willpower
You don't-
roll or what it was.
You don't feel anything. You don't feel that same connection.
Is she gonna stand there in a puddle? Honestly, I mean, there's the patter of the rain. It's not like he's gonna hear her, and she can't sync up to tell it in her head. But the next time it goes through the same motions and goes to pass through her, she's just gonna be mumbling, "You're making it worse."
Look at her. Huh?
Kind of glances up.
What did you say?
Nothing. Just kind of will back a step or two out of the puddle. Again, looking back at it, it's pretty clear that she keyed onto something. There's something she keeps seeing. She's not hiding that.
We should go inside.
I know it was kind of stupid, but I was hoping it would help.
You touch her face sadly. You help.
Glances back. It's still just going through the same motion over and over, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, she's even glancing back over her shoulder again. I just wanted to make it stop.
Sometimes you cannot stop life. The pain it has brought, even though we are no longer breathing and holding. Can't heal everything. Sometimes it is good to remember. Do a little spiral motion with his thumb along your cheek.
Yeah, she will allow herself to totally be coaxed back inside. Offering kind of a wry little smile. It's hands down the I tried. I don't feel like I did well, but I tried. Little
You hold
smile.
on to her hand and you're here. And that bit of myself I have told very, very few people. 3, in fact, aside from you, only know of that.
And I'll stay here until it passes. But I have to for a little bit. I have to go. I promised to meet someone. I can't just not go.
It's alright. I'll be here.
Gives his hand a squeeze.
His phone will. You see, he has that on sound, but you can see someone's ringing.
Due to glance over. What are the chances she can spot the name that pops up?
Give him perception alertness roll.
If nothing else, because right now it's kind of peaked. I'm gonna try.
Do it.
Gonna do it. All the successes.
Caroline.
And she'll give his hand a squeeze. All right. Your phone's ringing. I'll be back as quick as I can, okay?
I'll nod and look over and just smile softly. Staring down at the phone.
I'm gonna take my soggy ass across town. Firm nod.
You plant her a kiss on the cheek. Get changed.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to walk to the car and then from the car to the bar, and for all I know, I'm gonna end up outside again. It's like a fashion statement. Okay, fine. Ugh. And mostly, like 99% to appease Alec, she'll go ahead and head upstairs and change into a dry set of clothes. And I imagine when she comes back down, he'll be on the phone.
You hear him. You can hear with your off spec, sir. You've still got that active unless you've turned it off.
Oh, she still got it up.
You hear him say like stuff like, Caroline checking up on me, I guess. And you can hear chatter on the phone. And he's like, I'm fine. Okay? I'm fine.
Caroline gets +1 relationship point, but only one. So she'll head towards the front door and, well, instead of interrupting the conversation, just leave him a text that says, don't forget to dry yourself off too, and go ahead and snag her keys. And yeah, maybe even snag an umbrella if there's a spare one sitting by the door. It's just crazy enough to be feasible.
And you do get an umbrella. There's one there, ironically.
Oh, yay. She can be not soaked. And yeah, she'll go ahead out, pulling the door shut, and yeah, we'll head out to the car. Because at least there's someone talking to him. So she feels a little better leaving him.
And yeah, you hear him chattering to Caroline. You get the impression that Caroline is being mom, essentially. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like if you done, that's what you just get the impression of. So you drive out. You're driving. You would have got a message from Felix to meet close to the same place.
Yeah, if it's not the same place, she'll just pull it up on the GPS.
And you meet. Let me just switch pictures over here. Close. Close to an alleyway that looks much like this.
Her favorite.
And you do feel this weird sense. Weird, man.
Yeah, she leaving that Auspex up. She'll deal with the much louder patter of the rain, even on the umbrella over her head, but fuck it. Ugh. Got the heebie-jeebies.
What are you doing? You don't see Felix. You don't even feel the cold breeze yet.
She'll pull up the car about where she's been told to meet, take a glance around. And especially if she's got the heebie-jeebies, she's not even getting out of the car. She's just going to feather the power lock a time or two. And
Roll me
annoy
a
it.
perception alertness, Alice.
Well, I don't want it. But I got it. I got the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm. You did. Out of the darkened alleyway, slow step out, gazing right at you. Its mouth slitting down like that as well.
She's just gonna lift up her phone to prove she is not crazy. And it's gonna go click click.
Do you look at the image?
She will make sure that the phone is up so she can keep that thing in her peripheral, but flick a glance.
Nothing there.
Fuck. Looks back at it again, straight on this time.
Nothing.
Oh, fantastic. I'm literally going crazy. I'm actually no shit. I'm just saying things.
From the
Awesome.
back of your car, you hear.
Smacks the lock again. Looks back.
You don't see anything, but something definitely scratched the back of your fucking car.
Turning the car on.
You know, the lights flick on.
Yep. Depending on where she is pointed, she is going to put her foot on the brake and put it in either drive or reverse.
Okay.
So it is prepared to go, but she has got her foot to the floor on the brake.
You put it in drive. And as you do, you hear a.
Oh, shit. Twisting around to get a look.
One of the tires is leaking.
That is definitely what's happening, but she's not able to see anything through the windows, is she?
Nope, not with the rain.
Gonna furiously text Felix, essentially just, you better be nearby.
You do. You send off a text. What are you doing, Alice?
I don't care. Fuck my car's alignment. I'm getting the fuck away from this alley.
Give
Not
me a
far
depth drive.
necessarily, but gonna
You
try
start
to
to pit
coax it onto the street.
You start to pit her off. Oh, this is where shit gets really fun.
Yeah, she's
Let's
not gonna
see.
peel out just yet because, man, trying to drive this thing on 3 tires is gonna be a bitch. But she's gonna at least try to pitter it, like, oriented onto the main road again. Nope.
The second tire goes as the car kind of makes this ridiculously like eking noise.
Are they like both on one side or both on the front, both on the back?
Both in the back.
Fuck. God. Fucking punches her steering wheel, like, again, anxiously glancing at the rear view mirrors, side mirrors.
Oh, that's when you see it. When the car stops and you look at the weird out of the rear view mirror.
She is, again, gonna pick up her fucking phone. She's gonna swap the goddamn thing and prove, like, because she's determined, she's gonna prove she is not fucking crazy.
And that thing is still fucking there and it's getting closer to that fucking window.
Shit. Ugh! Gonna try to coax the car into motion, see how it's moving before she straight guns it.
It's not moving well.
Oh,
the more you
fuck
gun
me.
it, the more horrific noises it makes as you hear this along the windows.
Oh, fuck. Sending the picture to Felix, like, why aren't you here?
What do you do, Alice?
Actually was gonna call him while she's trying to wrestle with the car, because fuck if she is getting out while that thing's out there. It bleeds acid and they kicked her ass last time. Nope.
You ring and ring and ring. No answer.
Son of a bitch. She's gonna try to coax the car back to where she met him the last time.
You tried to coax the car.
He must have
You
been.
tried to coax the car back. However, that fucking creepy fleshy hand comes to the windshield.
Oh god. On the driver's side?
Passenger.
Oh god. It is time to screech and probably, honestly, I don't even think she'd put it in park. She's gonna panic pull the God, what's it called? The emergency brake. So I
You hit the
mean,
emergency.
like,
Mhm.
it's not going to keep moving forward with just drive with no foot on the gas, but it's still on and it's still in drive as she, like, hauls ass, like, tearing over the seat to get into the back and away from that hand.
The hand jerks and lets out this noise as it just seems to break more of the window.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Like, casting around in the back seat to see if she has any weaponry that she left back there. Probably has like the
Low.
baseball bat at best. High. We'll go with high.
High or low?
High. High roller. Why did I put this on loop?
Nothing.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Look at my sheet. Do I have anything? I'm gonna blow obfuscate. I'm gonna just huddle down and blow second level obfuscate. Like, please go away, please go away, please go away.
You crouch down into the lower parts of the seat. You pop obfuscate and you hear the window fully. And something thumps into that back seat.
Oh god. Gonna do our level best not to hyperventilate.
You feel something just breathe right above you. As what looks to be saliva drips down right close to you. Because of obfuscate, it doesn't drip onto you.
Oh god. Yep. She is going to be like in the foot area of the back seat, huddled down, a hand over her mouth, just watching.
And it puts this fleshy hand down as it's made from bone and sinew, and they look like human hands extended into claws. It looks horrific. I just seem to stretch this hand down and touch the fabric of the seat.
Oh, not moving, not doing anything. I'm just gonna stay here. This is good.
Give me a dex stealth roll.
Oh god. Oh dear. This is bad. Who needs willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not me. Oh, I already used that one. Oh, I'm really... Yep, who needs willpower? I like life. I choose life. I choose life. My stealth is dog shit.
3.
3. Gonna keep
Okay.
toggling down my willpower. Crying.
Putters along. Even climbs over into the seat, and you see this thing in its full horror, and it's made of flesh, bone, sinew, all knitted together with this alien excellence. This, you've never seen anything like this before. The human mind, even as a kindred, you're new. This is beyond horror movies. Like, you've seen horror movies. You've seen all this shit. This is beyond anything that you've ever seen any horror movie do. This is, in a weird way, perfection. An alien, horrific perfection.
You know, if this was on the other side of a screen, she would love it, but it's not. It's literally on top of her.
The way it sniffs, it doesn't, from what you can tell, maybe it has eyes? Who knows? The way it looks around, the way it even twists its head, it almost seems agonizing. But yet so perfect. Every little flitter of muscle it does as it crawls along that seat. Eventually that door actually does open. As its long back revealing the junted spikes of bone that actually mesh out of the back of it, which is horrifying. You do feel a cold breeze wash over you, but you're not sure where the fuck it is, where it's coming from. All you can hear is this from that thing. So let's add another breath into the air and looks around.
Nope, I'm pretty sure her mental state is currently, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Like, just, nope, she's huddling, she's not moving, she's not peeking, nothing. She is not gonna make any noise that might attract its attention.
And it climbs out of the car, and then you hear this rake across the side of the car, what makes the car rock. As you can definitely hear like a fucking another whole tire, and you hear the boom, 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 boom of a hubcap. You know what I mean? Is this thing you hear the scraping of it go down the alleyway, because you have your Auspex active. So my god, the sound of this thing's nails on the ground is like as it rakes across with its clawed like hands.
Nope. 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 I'm gonna die. Just staying
But it
right there.
but it vanishes.
I don't believe in good things.
But you can kind of see it pittering down the dark alleyway, sniffing the air.
Nope.
So what
Nope.
you
Her
do,
car
Alice?
is immobile. She is staying fucking hidden. She is terrified. She will probably eventually kind of pull out her phone and eyeball it, but she's
No
not getting
message.
out of there.
No message.
Very carefully, just flips down the little top of the screen and puts that bitch on silent
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't fuck her.
Yep. What you doing?
Uh, gonna try to not break obfuscate, but is gonna carefully kind of creep up a little bit so she can actually peer out the window to her surroundings.
I mean, the door is wide open.
Yeah, even peering out the door, but she is
You?
moving very slowly and very
It's an
carefully.
empty, rainy alleyway. The alleyway itself is very dark down at the end, where that thing went down. Everything else, adjoining alleyways, you know, if you turn another block, you'll come back onto the main city road, but this is secluded.
If she's peering out the door, can she kind of carefully try to angle in such a way that she's not actually sticking her head out, but can kind of see what the fuck just happened? Because that was her tire and her hubcap.
You
But it
can.
sounded like impact.
I will give you that for free. You can. That is taken off the entire tire, and half of that fucking metal part is like on the ground.
Oh.
One big line, swipe.
Oh dear. Well, it's not like closing the door would make a difference. The windshield and the back windshield are fucking destroyed.
And closing the door would make noise.
Closing the door would totally make noise.
So what you doing, buddy?
More furious, like one more like all caps message to Felix that's like, where the fuck are you?
Nothing. You send and the message doesn't even send.
Oh, come on. Oh, please, 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 please. Like,
So what you doing?
she will, just to see if it's just him, will probably try to send a question mark to Alec just to see if it goes through.
It does. So what you doing, bud?
I'm just gonna text, honestly, she's gonna text Alec and just be like, I need a pickup. A really fast one. She's staying huddled because that shit'll come back out. She knows it will. They were fucking watching her last time.
You get send the message, you don't see him see it though. Like you don't get any reply.
Fuck. Remind me, can I imagine just carefully easing out and trying to creep along the wall won't break Auspex, will it? Or won't break Obfuscate?
No, you don't think you're seen.
Okay. She is going to take the keys because she has to. She needs the keys. They are for locking things and is the only secure thing in the world.
Yep.
So the car just kind of go do-do-do-do-do. And then she will pause again, watching all the directions.
No sound now at the minute. And you reckon with that level of force the car was fucked anyway, so it might have, you know what I mean? You might have ironically, this thing might have impeded it finding you further by smashing the car because the car was not doing well.
So she's gonna ease out of the car,
Mm-hmm.
watching all the directions through the door that is already open.
Yep.
And try to get around to a nice dark wall shadow.
You do. You wander to the wall stand, and that's when you feel literally a hand come over your mouth and just pull you up against the wall. Just bam. Like so fast, like I'm not even going to roll strength because his strength is buffed to 6.
Raw panic.
And then you just hear a very, very soft, gravelly voice. Don't move. Don't even breathe. You're too loud. It's only then do you feel that slight cold breeze on your skin.
There will be a panicked little nod. Like the tiniest, like twice maybe, that she nods her head before just freezing up.
Roll with perception alertness.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
It's there. Further down that alleyway. Now you two are relatively safe. You know you've broken obvious gate. But you can hear it.
I realize it won't work, but Alice is panicked and she does make an attempt to re-initiate the obfuscate even though Felix is right fucking there. Because she doesn't know words.
Roll me your derangement.
Uh-huh.
Willpower defeat.
Is it base willpower?
Back
Or is it current?
permanent.
Oh, thank God. At least I have that going for me. I'm gonna die. Oh, thank God I'm not gonna die. That's where all the successes went.
You don't feel like your mind, your voices in their head are telling you to run, to flee, to get out, but they're not taking control. Maybe it's the fact that Felix is here, because that grip is like steel. Like even if you try to budge, you can't. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's what grounds you almost to your oversensing panic thoughts. You know what I mean? Before you start to scream and shout, it's that big firmness that just kind of recenters your mind.
There is the cool breeze for what it's worth. It's not the same as what Alex got going, but it's something. So yeah, she does not completely fucking panic and thrash and scream, but yeah, she has gone rock still. She's not breathing, she's not blinking even. She's staring, which is worse because now she can't blink, but she's watching.
Have you got a weapon on you? You say his voice is barely audible. You wouldn't even hear it if only he was so fucking close to your ear.
He can probably only feel the head shake because he has a hand clamped over her mouth.
You feel something slide into your hand, very softly, very delicately. And that's a fucking machete.
She just like reflex grips when it gets to the point where she can feel, instead of, raw metal, feel a handle.
Now, what we're gonna do, I am gonna go around the front. You're gonna go around. He'll turn your head with his hand so you can see that further down the alleyway where around the corner is. You're gonna go there and you're gonna hit it from behind while I take the brunt of the weight.
While Alice is not okay with this, she nods.
And then you're gonna stay by me. You understand?
Another barely perceptible nod.
Now I'm gonna count to 3 and then I'm gonna let you go. If you scream, you're dead.
Another nod. Gonna start spending blood.
What you spending blood into?
For the moment, dexterity.
Okay. And on 3, he lets go of your hand and he's gone. Just gone. I'll even make this roll just to make it even seem even more horrifying.
Please don't make me forget the instructions. Oh, God.
You won't even forget the instructions. But he vanishes, literally, as the hand separates from your skin. You even watch it just fade in front of you.
She's going to have to hope he's not looking at her so she can reactivate hers.
You're not sure. You think you're invisible.
Oh, shit. She's going to have to bank on it.
So what you doing?
Gonna keep spending into that dex.
Okay. You sneaking down that alleyway?
Yeah.
Roll me your dex stealth.
Oh boy. There is a god. It's 2 whole successes, but it's better than it could have been.
Roll me a perception alertness. Roll me a perception alertness too.
Okay.
Something is viciously. You hear the sounds of this roar, and just something is bashing against it. And like this thing is there's a struggle.
Ooh, it is time to speed up. It is time to speed up.
You rocket around the alleyway stealthily. That's when you hear it. As you look into the alleyway, and this thing in its weird spindly glory is literally Felix is kiting it essentially. He's taking hits, but he doesn't look as damaged as you guys did. Just bam, bam. He's kind of getting hit against the wall, just repeated as this thing is wailing on him.
Oh god, I'm gonna spend 1 into strength.
So I'm gonna get you to roll initiative.
Oh god. And let me know if I'm not spacing them out enough for the spends. Okay, so currently 5, 6, 8. Oh, Jesus.
About 10. Actually, no, it's not 25. It will be 23.
Felix is at 23. I'm on a 15.
I can tell you what Felix is doing straight away because you're going to be our go next. He's just going to hold his action and just begin to take whatever this thing is doing to him.
All right, I guess I'll be going for that ambush shot.
Yep. Roll me your strength brawl. Dex melee, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. It is diff 4 rear attack.
Oh god, so current strength is only that. 3 plus 2. Man, I am shit for combat. Are there any ambush dice?
I will give you 2 ambush dice for your successes.
Ooh. Shot. Oh, thank God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So strength plus 4 plus 2.
Actually, if it's diff 4.
Important question. You aiming?
Actually, yeah, if I can.
Yeah, then that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So strength plus 2 for the headshot, plus 2 for the weapon damage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for successes.
Okay, strength is currently 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Oh, please, God.
You get it. Right in the back of the skull.
I got 1. I got fucking 1 damage. Of 11 dice.
Okay, this thing takes a hit.
Boop.
Actually, you have to roll because you got it right in the back of the hand. Okay.
I'm booping in the noggin. Oh my God.
2 successes. Soak me one lethal. That was such an anticlimactic damage roll.
For it or for
Yeah,
me?
you soak it. You soak it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It swipes. Felix. Do this again. He yells, "Oi!" You know what I mean? The thing whirls and just barrels into him, and I'll do a soak dice. So his stamina is that. Plus that. Fine. You notice this thing is ripping into his chest, like, fam, 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 and he just backs into the wall and just takes it, but now its back is open towards you again.
I'm gonna see if I can. Actually, I will do that on the next turn because I need a second to look it up. Because fuck me for not having my dominate stuff memorized. Yeah, that'll just wait. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a shot at its back again. Fuck it. Is spending blood reflexive?
Yes.
I'll pop another into strength. Oh, it needs blood, right?
Its back is to you now, remember?
Yep. That's fine. I'm going for it. But every little bit helps. Currently. Oh wait, Dex is currently 5. 7. And yeah, going to go for the back of the head again.
1, 2, 3, 4. So, strength. Don't forget your buff. So, strength +2 for the headshot, +2 for the weapon, and then 3 successes.
Oh, please do better this time. Please, dear God. No. 2. Yeah.
What damage rolls today? You do 1. You do another 1 as it kind of jilts a bit.
Boop. Little point with the end of the machete, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's flailing around so much. She's having a really hard time even smacking the back of its head. It's a very mobile target. It's fine.
Roll this now because that was a high roll. Stop being a butt. Thank you very much. Why aren't you letting me roll? There you go. Still ripping at Felix.
And I guess Felix took his action to yell at it, or?
Yeah. That was his roll.
Okay. Then
so
yeah.
The back of the head is still open.
Gonna keep going for it. What is the roll for dominate to give someone a command?
Manipulation and intimidation.
Oh Jesus, nope. I'm just gonna stick with what I got going. Still going for the back of the head. Cross my fingers. That is only, I think, 2.
2, yes. So strength +2 +2 +1.
Oh hey, I got some fucking dice this time.
5. Plus, if actually he doesn't soak any of this, it'll kill him.
Plus die.
Soaks 1. But that, you know you got it. You know what I mean? And you twist. So it kind of makes this weird stilted noise that kind of jitters a bit. Do you know what I mean? And it is going to swipe at you now.
Ugh. Oh dear.
1, 2, 3,
Should have buffed Stam.
Okay. Don't need lethal anyway. One, two, three, four, five.
It'd be really nice if I didn't soak any of it.
You hit it as vicious. He hits you back. Oh fuck!
Whirls around. I assume it's a claw again.
Yeah, right through, like it almost like nearly tears your fucking arm off. Like it comes fucking close. Let's put it like that.
She makes a not brave hero noise. In fact, it sounds like a horrible strangled pained noise.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a lot of damage really fast. And I'm pretty sure she's stunned.
We'll do this.
If stunning is even a thing for vampires.
So he buffed his strength plus his brawl. This thing's strength. Might have enough to beat it. Felix kind of wrestles with it as it kind of bits around, and he kind of like they thrash around, but he doesn't grapple it. They just kind of thrashing around. It is your go.
Oh god.
You can spend willpower to finger wound penalties.
I can. Who needs willpower, right?
You just gotta get one more hit, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just mark where I'm at. Yeah,
and I'm gonna say because of the wrestling, you still have a diff 5 to hit it.
Well, that is lovely, because otherwise I'm in trouble. Can I afford to? You know what? I'm not gonna, because I'm at willpower 3 right now. That's a bad. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna blow it. I'm gonna do it. I don't even care.
Do it. Roll it.
Oh god.
What you doing?
I'm just going for a wholesale hit.
Okay.
Because honestly, any hit is a good hit right now.
So that's 3. So roll me your strength plus 2 plus 2. So strength plus 4.
That's treat. Please die.
You do. You lamprey right in the sides that makes this horrific screeching noise and kind of flops on top of Felix. You know what I mean? It kind of rolls into the wall and kind of rolls around, essentially. As it kind of begins to like bubble and dissolve into blood.
Proceeds to shoot Felix the "may I hyperventilate now" look. She mostly still has an arm, kind of. Maybe. A little.
He gets up, dusts himself down, bleeding. Like he is hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You alright?
Like looks down at her side, looks promptly up again because that looks gruesome. I'm alive.
Yeah.
You're alive, so I'd say win-win.
He'll look around and you spot him looking at the open sewer grate.
Oh. Great.
You're too wounded. And we ain't near got enough manpower to go down there on our own in its own territory.
Nope.
Alright. He'll walk over and easily kick the sewer grate back over. You know what I mean?
Thank God, because those things are heavy as shit, and there's no way she had the oomph for that.
I mean, he's strength 6. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah. No big deal. Dunk.
Your car.
It's fucked.
I know. I'll handle that bit. What I want you to do, I want you to follow me. Rubs his chest again as he cracks his neck as you notice the wounds are starting to stitch back up again.
Oh shit.
He's spending blood to heal.
Oh no. She's already starting to feel hungry.
Right. What I want you to do. Follow me. Go ring somebody. Mom, don't worry about your car.
Mm-mm.
Do you have anything you need in there?
Uh, like pats herself down. No, no, I've got my phone.
All right. He flicks on his phone near Maz. Meet me on corner of this. You know what I mean? He begins to walk towards the end of the alleyway.
Yeah, at least her legs are still good, so she can do that much. She is probably literally at this point, kind of holding her arm in place, so it, whatever tendons and sinew are left are not strained. And it's not pretty. She is not used to this level of pain.
You looking behind you there, Alice, buddy?
Hmm?
You looking behind you there, Alice, buddy?
Yes, actually, she is paranoid as fuck right now.
Not where the sewer grate is, but right at the end, and she's soaked by the rain as well.
Oh, you
As
bitch.
Felix rounds the corner, she'll turn and stare at you. Not with a smile on her face, just with this curious stare.
You know what? She only has one functional hand right now, and her spite is to the max. So she drops the machete and reaches for her phone because she knows she sees her. She knows she's real. She's gonna get a picture and she's gonna fucking prove it.
You reach for the phone, though. Hey, buddy.
What?
How afraid are you? How afraid are you?
She's pretty fucking scared. She's really injured.
Imagine that amplified by at least 1,000.
Does that mean I need to make willpower rolls?
No, you need to make a very different roll. You need to roll me self-control.
Oh boy. That's fine. That's fine.
You
Nothing
can spend
bad
willpower.
could possibly
If you
happen.
don't, you can spend willpower.
Willpower left.
What's your nature?
Oh no.
What's your nature there, buddy?
Oh god. Her nature demeanor are shit. Did I put them here or did I put them in the front?
They should be on the they should be there. Like on the sheet. You can put them on the sheet. It's not like the werewolf sheet.
Nature's thrill seeker.
What's your demeanor?
Scientist is approaching things very logically.
Okay.
That's why she's sitting here going, I know this is real and I'm going to fucking prove it.
I think you can gain a willpower for that. That'd be nice.
Well, that's good. Then yeah.
I'll give you two. I'll give you two for nature and demeanor. So yeah, I'll give you two.
Probably cash that bitch in because, hey, I don't know if a 10 is good or bad.
You pass.
Oh, thank God.
But you want to fucking run though. You only pass because you're not over the. It's because you managed to resist the beast screaming and you're run. You know what I mean? Oh.
So she doesn't fear frenzy, but she's still running.
Yeah. Like you almost bang into Felix, you know what I mean? Suddenly, like, poof.
She probably does, and it probably hurts a lot, and then stumbles and keeps going.
Alice, where the fuck? As you bump into this guy, then rounding another corner.
She bumps into everyone ever, and when Felix is like, "What the fuck?" She's just babbling about like she's there, and she fucking saw me. She was right there. Like, nope, just dunk into this guy.
This guy will take you by the shoulders and go, hey, let's be calm. Let's not shout. Let's be all calm.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a great idea. Let's not shout at all. Sounds like an absolutely fucking amazing idea. And you know what? That guy's wicked smart for thinking like that.
Yeah, she clams up. But hey, look, he's smart and he clearly has this under control. He knows what's going on. So yeah, she stops yelling, but she like she's already thumped into him and is probably staying right there up next to this guy who clearly knows what's up.
He'll look over Felix, and Felix literally nods at him. Put her in the car and take her back. Oh, nod. Did you see Felix walking over to what looks to where he had grabbed you and takes out this gigantic sledgehammer, puts it over his shoulder, and just vanishes into the alleyway? And this guy will turn to you. Okay, so you and me are going to get in the car, all right? But remember, no shouting.
Just nodding, following. But she was there. I saw her in the alley.
All right, okay. Look, we're just going to get in the car first, and then we're going to drive, and then you can tell me all about it. Okay?
More nodding.
He'll open the door for you.
She, kind of awkwardly clambers in, still favoring the shit out of the busted arm, and finally probably... I'm trying to decide, at what point does she start having self-control issues? Because right now she's, at hunger score.
Unless you're prompted. No, you can't roll. You won't. And that's only if you reach hunger frenzy. Right now, you're just hungry.
Yeah. Well, it's what, cash in a point of blood to drop at 1 health level? Or to heal off 1 point? Yeah.
But lethal does heal. Lethal does heal over time. This isn't aggravated.
Oh, okay. I did not know that lethal would just heal over time. Holy shit.
You're a vampire. It would take a while.
They regen.
They do regen.
Well, hot shit.
You're a vampire, but this isn't aggravated damage. You'll need to spend blood to heal lethal is instantaneous. Otherwise, your body will slowly regenerate itself.
Yeah, she basically clambers in, and while he's getting in the car, is going to start carefully directing blood up to that shoulder joint. Just not necessarily to fix everything, but just to make sure her arm doesn't fall off the next time she bumps into someone. Just to secure it a little better.
He starts to drive along. Do you know what I mean? Again, keeps calm, keeps looking around, nods to himself as he's driving, and he's driving a nice car. It's one of those muscle cars. It's not too obvious, though. Everything's, again, very conspicuous. But you're driving, not going at breaking the speed limit, but going at a decent pace as you're literally cutting through some of the back alleyways.
And she is going to pull the keys out of her pocket and be kind of clutching them and constantly checking the mirrors herself from the passenger seat.
You see him tap his finger on the steering wheel as he's driving as well, nodding, and as the tapping continues, as he's pulls up to what looks to be this kind of small industrial-sized warehouse. It's small enough. He'll turn and look at you. Come on. Gets out of the car and will walk towards the door, fiddle with the keys and open it and look over at you.
Yeah, she again, checks the mirrors before she's willing to get out of the car. That paranoid triple check, but finally kind of pops the door open and slides out. And hurries to keep up because he knows what's up. He's got this shit down.
You come in. He switches on the lights and it looks to be... There's a table, there's chairs, several pairs of guns. There looks to be a fridge, TV... Even a mattress, and then there's a van right in the middle of it all. He closes the door and locks it behind him.
Takes a little bit of ease in audibly hearing something lock. And is probably just standing a couple steps inside, looking around, taking it in.
Walks over. Pulls a chair out, sits down at the desk, looks over at you and kind of gestures at the chair.
She comes over and takes the chair.
He fiddles in his pocket. He takes out this little notebook and pencil and just puts them on the table, opens it a bit. Okay. So, calmer.
There's some... She's still a little on edge, and it'll show in the nodding. But She's calm enough to answer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, better.
Okay. I'm Miles. He'll extend his hand.
She will offer her hand in exchange, albeit the good one at this point.
It's kindred cold. Not the usual cold you're feeling, but it's kindred cold.
Hey, Miles. I'm Alice.
Nice to meet you, Alice.
Kind of squint and tilt her head the tiniest bit. Did she see him even remotely in Elysium? Like even in passing?
Nah.
I haven't seen you before.
Good. I'm doing my job right. You want a beer?
Yes.
Cool. Walks over to the fridge, opens it, hands one over, pops the cork off and everything, takes one for himself and sits down.
She will be so thankful that he got the cap because those are a bitch. See, and one-handed, it would be double a bitch.
So, hectic night, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that.
Meeting the big man out on your own, it's risky.
She does like kind of a one-sided shrug because she's not moving the other shoulder for now. I agreed to do it, so I did it.
Nods. I can respect that. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Did you see it?
Nah, just saw you running around.
Just go pull out the phone. Go, flick through to find the picture that actually took, maybe.
Let me look at it. Nods. Mind sending it over to me?
Yeah. Phone number?
Types it in to your phone.
Yeah. She sends it.
Why don't you
Why don't I what?
willpower
Sorry.
again? What's your willpower again?
Current or total?
Current with this level.
2.
It can. I'm putting those types of difficulties at 3. Oh Jesus. Okay. So what he's going to say is, maybe you should, when you send it over, delete the evidence because you never know who's watching, man. Got to keep safe about that shit.
She will not because that totally makes sense. And she'll send it and then promptly delete it. And, kind of glancing up, be like, what about the others who saw them before?
Don't worry about that. After all, it's just these one-on-one encounters. You can't be too careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Oh, and he'll see her go through the process of deleting the photo.
That's what you remember happening anyway.
What?
You remember deleting the evidence. You remember all that. You remember doing it.
Okay.
And you kind of blink a few times, and he's just sitting there writing down on the notepad.
She kind of tilts her head.
Okay, Alice Brigham. You're Ivy's kid, aren't you?
She blinks a few times.
Ivy Palmer.
Yeah. Ivy's kid.
Cool. Writes something down and underlines it.
She proceeds to try really hard not to think about the fact that she's pretty sure she didn't say her last name.
From what you remember, you seem pretty flustered. You seem pretty panicked. Could have said it.
Yep, totally. It's fine.
And you live here, yes?
Uh,
Reads out the address. That's the address. And you're like, oh yeah, no, I definitely remember giving that. After all, this guy seemed to know what he was doing.
But 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 she's not supposed to give the house address.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stumble there, as there's some serious cognitive dissonance, and she may have said it, but now he's reading it back, and she's going, "Oh shit." Uh,
Hey. Look at me. Look at me, okay? Felix said it was cool. After all, he's your whip. Rolls again.
won't Ivy be upset?
He gets enough successes. 3. Yeah, no. Felix the whip. He's got this.
Okay. Yeah, that's the house.
Cool. Underlines it again. All right, then. Okay. Closes the notepad. You should take care of that gestures of the arm.
I can't.
Okay. What's up, a little gun shy?
I'm already hungry.
Okay. Do you want me to go get someone for you?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Why is that? Leads forward.
Leans back.
I just need to know, like, if you're hungry and you're going to start freaking around, putting you out there is actually more of a danger. So if it's a thing, we can work it out.
I just I don't like eating in front of other people.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
can roll for that if I need to.
Sure. Let's make this interesting.
Let's make this hilarious. She's got a half decent pool. Yay.
Where your mips up?
Oh, yay. Hey, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. He just nods. Okay. Fine. I can respect that. But you're going to need to feed soon. Because you being out there is a big risk.
I know.
Leans back. I see.
I'll be careful.
Good. Good. Careful's good. Careful's safe.
Just little nod, like, yeah, I'll be careful. It'll be fine.
All right, Alice. Felix is going to be gone a while. He's doing his loco shit. Now I can either take you home or if you want to wait here.
There's like a little squint. And you need to know what happened?
You already told me.
I did?
Got it all here, hon. Gestures at the notepad.
She's pretty convinced she already told him, isn't she?
I mean, the way I'm going to put it is, you probably did, but then again, what happened? You know how your mind gets.
Oh. I starts kind of rubbing her face. Just leans down.
Hey, first 2 times are scary. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, no, I need to figure out what to do.
Well,
I wasn't gonna go home, but I shouldn't go anywhere without eating, but I don't.
I mean, I could help. It's kind of my job. is to help. But that help won't come for free. Now I won't watch. I'm not into that shit. I'm not Samson. You know Samson?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Smirks a bit. I'm not Samson. I'm not gonna watch you do your shit. But I can help.
Can
Like
I
I said,
afford your help?
depends on what you want to do. Opens up the book. He actually opens the book.
She does not like that he's opening the book.
Like I said, it depends on you. The level of help you want. The guarantee you're going to give me. Because I'll make it happen and I'll do it. No problems asked. No questions, no fuss, no foul. But if I help you, I expect it in return. No questions, no harm, no foul. It's a simple operation I run.
No, it makes sense, but I should be okay.
You
It'll just be
should.
harder.
Should. That's a word I don't like to hear. That's a word you shouldn't like to hear as well.
I don't.
Like I said, you just strike me as a girl who likes to keep her best options open. Sometimes that means getting your hands dirty and shaking a hand you don't like shaking.
It's not that I don't like your hand. I just don't know what I can promise you that.
He'll lean forward. Your sire hasn't explained how these transactions work, do they?
I've got the gist, but
Let's just say you'll owe me a boon. That
much
means
of
I
a
can.
boon.
Depends on you. Depends on the help. Depends on the warranty. I like to keep it fair. I don't go for the highest prospect straight away. That's just being a dick. Like I said, it's a transaction. I want to make you and me feel comfortable doing this. So, it depends on what you're asking me, and then I'll levy out the price. And I'm fair with my prices. After all, you're Ivy's kid. I'm not going to go on you too harshly. And besides, going on people too harshly is a dick move anyway. It doesn't get anywhere.
I suppose they wouldn't want to make a deal again if you went really harsh the first time, would they?
Clicks his fingers. Now you're getting it. Why ruin your customer base? And why ruin a potential good friendship? Boons don't have to mean the end of the world. It's how we live and breathe. So, can I put your name down in the book? Or do you still think you should be fine?
Oh, God. Yeah, give me a real quick second. I need to bio. I'm sorry. And I need to figure out how she can logic this out. Oh, God. Okay. So how fucking trustworthy is this guy totally in my head?
Depends on your definition of trustworthy. So far, he seems to have your shit held together. There is a part of you, it's like, don't tell him everything. You know, you can hear your voices like,
Delicious paranoia.
the delicious paranoia is like, well, he seems pretty cool. And there are some other effects that have gone on that seems like he seems to have his shit together. And then there's a paranoid thought in your head like, make it, that says like, oh, you shouldn't go near him. Then another voice that goes, well, maybe go near him, but don't tell him everything. Figure out a way that you can do it without him seeing. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. It's like you're trying to strategize each of the different options.
So, what would it cost me if I just needed a person in a place that couldn't run? I can clean up after Miss.
Okay. Oh, you're doing your own cleanup. Okay. I can do that.
What would it cost
I
me?
can do that. Minor. No questions asked, I assume.
Yeah.
Minor boon. I can give you a place right the fuck now. And a person? Well, that's easy. You like boys or girls or boys?
Doesn't matter.
Depends on you, though. Personal preference is usually a thing.
She just kind of shakes her head. I don't care.
Cool. Give me 10 minutes.
Okay. Gonna have to start doing this eventually, right?
Winks. All part of the game. Don't worry. And don't feel bad. Everyone has done this before.
It's a nod.
You'll nod and flick on the phone and be like, hey, Gloria. I need one of the girls. Yep, no. If you're choosing to listen in.
She is trying very much not to. Because, you know
It's up
what?
top.
She's preserved her humanity pretty well, and she's trying not to think about it.
So yeah.
She will take the time and fuck with her own phone, see if the messages ever went through to Alec.
They have. You just hear Alec message going, you good?
She'll reply with, I'm okay for now, but I'm probably still going to need someone to pick me up.
He says I can meet you there soon. Just let me know.
Will do. Dinya will studiously not listen to his phone conversation.
You can roll perceptiveness alertness if you want to, Katie.
She in fact will even go so far as to turn off her aspects because she doesn't want to hear that. She will be looking for other things to get distracted by.
You see the van, you see a crap load of guns, Russian vodka, a pair of really, really deadly looking curved knives. Like, whew, do you know what I mean? Like if they connect with flesh, they would do some fucking damage. And a large sledgehammer.
Yeah, she is honestly probably going to get up and wander away from the table, probably still holding the beer, probably still sipping out of it because it's the kind of placebo of trying to do something about her hunger without doing something about her hunger. And we'll walk around carefully, not touching but looking.
You can see like a map of Boston, and you can see maybe one of the old-fashioned sewer maps and all that. And you can see a sign. I'm going to give you this. Romanov's checking here. Brooks is checking here. Felix and Miles are here. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah. To continue to just kind of look around because there's not one in on that phone convo. Not at all. And this is honestly more interesting.
You look and you see that people are coming through the city. You assume from the force you saw the other time, you're assuming like people are beginning to take this seriously. Do you know what I mean?
That's good.
And it's maybe a point of note that maybe these are people to talk to. As you hear someone tap you on the shoulder then. The good one now.
Yeah. Good little bit of a starting to glance over.
Miles just looks over at you. All done.
Where do I need to go?
Mom with me. take you in the out car.
Okay.
Puts his hands in his pockets and starts to walk towards the door.
Follows.
Lets her in. Very civil. Lets you in the car as well, and put you in. Starts the car.
She'll be sternly reminded that she does need to go visit Romanov at his restaurant like she promised at some point.
He starts the car, starts to drive, and I don't know if you're saying anything to him or not.
No, because she doesn't want to annoy him. I mean, I'm sure he saw that she was nosing around, but she doesn't want to necessarily draw a lot of attention to it.
He seems really relaxed.
You deal with this stuff all the time?
You always deal with stuff. Always deal with something. It's part of the way of things.
Even things like those?
Not those. I haven't seen those type of things in a long time.
Have you seen the woman in the red dress?
No.
I think she has something to do with it. I saw her at a rave a while back. And I know I really saw her that time. I don't know about the other times.
Nods. Looks like I'm gonna be keeping in contact with you then, Alice.
Okay. Actually, can I do a roll to try to remember her name? Because I know she gave me one at the bar, whether or not it was her real name.
Yeah, you can do a roll to remember from your intelligence.
Oh, there's a 10 in there. 2 sevens and a 1.
You remember her name being Celeste. Just Celeste, nothing else.
Yeah. I don't think she gave me anything else, honestly. So she sits back and she really mulls on it for a hot minute, like combing back. What's the C name? It was Celeste. I'm sure it was.
No. He'll nod. Okay, well, when I drop you back home after you've eaten, we're gonna have a talk later on, maybe.
I can catch a ride. You don't have to wait around.
Cool. Like I said, after this though, we'll give you some time to recuperate. But then we're gonna have a talk. Looks like you have just become someone I'm gonna invest in for a bit with your info.
She kind of grins. It's a weak grin, but it still isn't worth a minor boon.
You grin back. No, it's not worth a minor boon, sweetheart. Don't work like that.
Shrugs.
Nice try though. Nice try. Nice try. I'll give you that. That was slick.
Honestly, it's worth it just to deal with it. But hey, would have been nice.
Don't think about it. That's my advice. Just don't think about it.
It's hard not to think about it. She won't get out of my head.
Oh, I thought you meant oh, never mind. Sorry. Looks out the window awkwardly.
Shoots a glance over when she realizes I'm not. It's fine. I'll manage.
That's the right attitude.
I hope so. It's the one I'm sticking with.
Well. Here. Look over. You really jerking around with that Toreador guy?
And shoots him a sideways glance. Why?
I mean, I've just curious.
A peonium?
Yeah.
Wound penalties and all. What I think about it.
Let's go to a peony. Cool.
You know what? I'll even reflexively spend because I know I'm about to eat anyways. And heal off another point of it.
I think he wins.
Oh Lord, probably.
Just curious.
There's more successes than I have, I think. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I might win. Maybe. No, I've got -1 dice. I can't win. We hang out.
Good guy.
Why does it seem to matter so much to everyone?
People get finicky. Who's hanging with who? Who's doing this thing? After all, apparently, just people get finicky about that shit. Apparently, he's the golden boy of the clan Toreador. In the same way as you're, Ividora's child. So people kind of look at that, and it's all part of the social game. Who's manipulating who? Whose dress is prettier? Whose hair is like, oh my god. All part of it. Rumors and gossip is by trade.
Well, I don't think I'm winning in fashion or hair, so I might as well keep good company, right?
Suppose.
Again, the one-sided kind of shrug.
So it's better just to keep your head down, I always say. Too many people looking at you, they get too many ideas.
Is it that bad?
I mean, it can be. Depends on what you're doing, really. It depends on how hard you're getting everybody to look at you. Now, some people are able for that stuff, but me, I'm an easygoing guy. Get nervous in big crowds,
Nervous? Skeptical look?
What? All them staring at you. All so much more prettier than me. My ugly mug. With those people, jeez. It's like I stepped out of a fucking Louis Vuitton store. And then into like Louis Vuitton heaven or something, man. Fuck.
Does remind one pretty stringently of high school.
It's not even high school. It's more like, look at you. You're ugly before even ugly was invented.
It seems a little extreme. Is he like app 1 or?
Nah. He's what? Actually, no, he's not. Let me look at Miles. What app is Miles? Miles is app 3. Not a bad looking fella.
He looks as good as she does. Thus the skeptical looks.
Look, I've seen some of these people act. They act like, the sex arrived and it's in their titties. So, like, I'm just...
I mean, you're
I
not
stay away
wrong.
from that shit.
Just feel like you're making out to be worse than it is. You're not that bad. Think about the poor normal people who have to deal with our shit.
Shrugs. Suppose.
Shrugs back.
Pulls up to this little small... I would say, by the looks of things, it's not quite... It's out of the way. It's what used to be an industrial warehouse. It's now the kind of the remnants of ones, and he'll look over. She's in there.
Kind of glances over. Anyone else likely to ever be in here in the next day?
Nah.
Then yeah.
I mean, if you want to ask, I can tell you why.
What?
I mean, this place is pretty out of the way. You said you specified. out
I
of the
did.
way.
I did. Gonna need time to clean it up. So, yeah. Well, thanks, Miles.
Problem. See you real soon, Alice Brigham.
Yep. Yep. Make sure everybody knows I owe you.
I bet she'll be thrilled. A wink as he closes the door.
Yep. Yeah.
Or
She'll let him get it.
he'll look over his shoulder. He'll look over his shoulder. Well, you don't have to tell her.
There's a pause and a glance back. Isn't that how it's supposed to work?
Let me put it this way. Do you want her to fuss at you?
She shrugs. Not especially. No.
And then why are you going to give her a reason to fuss at you?
Isn't that kind of the way our whole society works? I know that much.
Or you could just make a deal and stand on your own 2 feet and just do what I do and keep your head down and don't say it.
Suppose.
You could actually be smart about it. Or you could go and tell your mother everything. You think it won't affect me that much? Start thinking for yourself for a change. She's opening the car again.
Okay. Okay. I'll figure it out when I'm not thinking with my stomach.
Just gets in and drives away.
And she is going to take a minute. And for one, brace herself. And for two, make sure that Alec has the address and try to figure out, is there any way she has any idea? God, she doesn't know how long it takes her to recover because she's fucking spaced out till the next morning. Well, the next evening, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. You know what? We're going to go out on a limb and make Dad really upset. Yeah, she's gonna sit there and try to figure it out. Realize she really doesn't know. And text Niall. How long does it take me to wake up after I eat?
2 hours, love.
2 hours?
Yeah, usually just sitting there looking like you had the best orgasm of your life, love.
Oh. Okay.
Have fun, love.
Thanks.
She gets the message back. Be safe, love. Remember, God lands, love.
Yeah, guidelines. As she's looking up at this fucking building.
Mm-hmm. You going in?
She's first gonna take a glance because she's kind of weirded out. And
You look in. You see a woman pacing around there. She's by a chair and a table.
just pacing around.
Yeah, she looks kind of looking around with a phone in her hand.
Is she like actively on a call? Or is she just checking it?
She's just checking it. You probably can guess by the way she's checking it. She's checking the time. Because it's late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. She'll activate obfuscate and glance around. Are there any cameras in here? Anything weird? Anything that will set off her fucking anything?
I'm gonna put it like this. You told him out of the way and quiet. He gave you out of the way and quiet.
This is true. Her faith in humanity isn't what it should be, but he has apparently come through for her. So she's going to do what she does best. And in this case, is going to spend blood until, well, she's only
Mm-hmm.
got one left. Going to spend the last one
So here's the
healing herself
here's
up.
the question. Here's the question I'm going to ask you: how are you getting in the door? Because if you open the door, you're going to break your obfuscate.
That's true. But what was she looking in through a window?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I
let's
assumed you were doing.
face it. Once she
You
gets
didn't say
inside,
you're opening the door. Yeah.
once she gets inside, it's done deal. Anyways, it's not like she's going to stay hidden for long.
Mm-hmm.
No, she will.
She's going
She'll
put it
go to
inside.
let herself in, and we'll make sure she locks
You
the
let
door before she spends.
you do. As the woman is running up, you do hear. Are you the person? Miss Gloria said that if I do this, all debts are cleared.
Oh God.
And you spend, right?
Oh yeah, she's spending as soon as the door clicks to like as soon as the lock clicks.
That's the last thought that enters your head as you spend as that frenzy takes over.
Oh
As
no.
you rip and tear and when the scene cuts to black and when you finally wake up satiated with all those blood, you're covered in gore and viscera and bones and just everything.
I think this is the first time she's woken up and there's been anything left.
Mm-hmm. Need you to make a roll, Katie.
Oh boy. And this one's always perm, right?
Yep.
Oh, thank God for small favors. It didn't help much. It's stiff 8, isn't it?
Yes.
Failed.
It's just a fail, so you drop a humanity dot.
Boop. Yeah. No, she wakes up covered in all of this and has to finally reconcile it, which is not a pretty process. Is there any sort of bathroom or pipes or anything in this place?
There's a bathtub, and he has left out bleach and a brush.
She's gonna sluice herself off first. Fuck these clothes. They're ruined. And yeah. Yeah. There's not gonna be but so much solid shit left, really. She will probably as she's working on cleaning up after herself, which is a lot harder than she thought it would be because she knows she's responsible for it. Once she has an idea of what she's facing down as far as a workload, she'll ask Alec to meet her in about yay many hours, however many it's going to take her.
Mm-hmm. It'll take about a solid hour to get rid of all this stuff.
Yep. Oh God, she will be somewhere between panickedly covering her tracks because I imagine that for one, there's the voices screaming like nobody can know, nobody can know, nobody can know. So
Yeah.
she's going to be cleaning up frantically, but at the same time, just being like, "Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Oh God, because yeah, seeing the mangled and admittedly far less numerous than she appreciated remains because she has eaten a good bit of the flesh too. Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. It's bad. Oh God. Yeah, I imagine she's actually going to have at least. I mean, she's not necessarily going to have a fucking proper episode, but it's going to be her arguing with herself, yelling at things to leave her alone, cleaning up, telling them not to look, and having a partial meltdown until the place is no shit, like clean. Like you couldn't find anything with a Q-tip clean.
You do. The question is, what are you doing with the body remains? Are you burying them, or what are you doing?
Is there anything she can put them in to convey them from point A to point B? Trash bag, anything?
There's trash bags.
She'll at least initially carefully put all the pieces into a bag, all of the solid bits into a bag, and carefully set it aside, not like twisting it shut like you would with garbage, but just set it aside so that she can scrub everything else, wash her hands, wipe down even the bag. And then yeah, we'll probably poke her head out to look around to see what all there is as far as options. Is there ground nearby that's breakable? Is there...
Yeah, you can see breakable earth right at the back of by a patch of grass.
What are the chances there's anything nearby she can dig with?
You see a shovel. I would say that a shovel would be quite obvious.
Oh. She'll just kind
You
of
get the impression he just let you get the impression he left you a kit.
Yeah, it's more that she's kind of surprised that... I mean, does everyone do this? She's pretty sure not everyone does this. But considering that he has potentially used this place before, or other people have used this place before...
You get the impression maybe not the particulars of what you did. Maybe there's other reasons why there's a shovel here.
No, she'll carefully snag up the bag.
I mean, you saw the guns and knives.
Yeah. She'll carefully snag up the bag and snag up the shovel and kind of make her way a little further from the building, a little further into breakable ground, because there's probably things already buried there, and she does not want to disturb what is already buried.
You do. You bury it. I'm gonna say you can do that quite easily. It's out of the way.
Yeah, she will convey it all into the ground with some little bit more apology and at least some reverence for the fact that is a dead person that she's putting in the dirt. She's not...
Are you praying? Are you praying?
I don't know how religious she is. She will probably at least say something once she's finished. I don't know if it would really be a prayer, but it's some sort of well wishes and apology.
How genuine is Alice being? That's an important question, because you did what you had to do. That's what your mind told you.
Yeah,
but sometimes doing what you... But are you being genuine with that sentiment?
She's earnestly sorry. She usually doesn't have to face it down, and let's face it, the last couple people that she has eaten were either a tax of opportunity or in a bad place already.
I will give you a chance to roll your conscience.
Conscience?
Yeah.
Okay. Try it. No, especially those few words, like as she's spending the blood to do the whole thing, is just like, oh no.
You gain that point of humanity you lost.
Yeah, she will be surprisingly earnest and kind of probably linger there at least until she starts hearing the bike, since that'll be the last thing she's doing there, besides potentially needing to wash her hands after the digging.
And yeah, as you feel the weight of what you did, as you see Alex's face, like look up and see you know what I mean? But you do feel the weight of what you've done as you're walking away. But you had to survive, but oh man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a person with debts and who knows what kind of family, and she doesn't want to think about it especially, but it's still... That's probably the first time she's had to face down to it being a conscious, normal person.
The last thing you heard before your frenzied was all debts would be paid.
Yeah. And it's sticking.
As you climb onto the bike with Alec, he wraps around and kisses your cheek. And you zoom off into the night. As Alice, with the final thought of all those debts will be paid, echoes into your brain as that was where we'll end this scene.